Hello, Miss Nina. How you doing? Hi, Miss Deanne. Pulling the channel up on the TV. How's everybody doing on this fine Saturday? What's everybody up to? Does anybody else have some kids out of school? Because mine are out. Freedom Misfits. Trying to get the channel in here so I can watch the chat on the TV. Aha. Nina. I told Daddy what you said. He said, I'm going to take a nap. Oh, yeah, I got to turn TV down. Oh, yeah, I got to turn TV down. Oh, yeah, I got to turn TV down. All right. There we go. Maybe tonight. What's going on tonight? Oh, I got the chat up there. Oh, my baby's on here. Hey, Aiden. Mm, he is, I mentioned it and he's by humbug. He's missing my mom right now, I think, more than anything. Well, thank you, son. We got a distinguished guest in here. Hey, Miss Silly. Yeah, you caught me live after you got on to me for bombing your territory this morning. Carol does it all the time. She gets on to me because sometimes the boys will play my board. This morning, I just wasn't paying attention. So I just wanted to come on here. What? Fussing at me um, because I go after your landmarks. I did that to hey, Miss Gator, it's coming up this morning. We got 9. Hey, hey, how you been feeling, Miss Lady? Miss Gator, how you been feeling? Carrie's Musings, hello, hello. Don't do what? It's weird to see my kid in here, but okay. She is a troll on Monopoly. I am not a troll. I just don't be paying attention, man. My phone be hanging up and freezing and everything else, and I got fiber optic, and I don't, I don't sit there and watch everything. So, and then of course, Sylvia was the one that just, or Silly was one that threw me for a loop because of her name on Facebook, and I keep like not connecting it. So I wasn't paying attention. I just went on. I was trying to get finished with that thing before we run out of time, but I know I didn't. Aiden says he misses Mr. Carey. How about that? I've been good, but today I have a sore throat and a stuffy nose. Oh, and will you please stop bombing me? If I have to, dadgummit. If I take all my friends out, I ain't gonna have nobody to bomb. So what's everybody going? What's everybody up to? And how is everybody doing today? What y'all got planned for this weekend? Anything? Yeah, I tried that, but they only put like 2 when I go to the random thing and then like I have all my friends populating up there. Well, I sorry y'all. Dang. Oh, I just don't know what to do. Anyway, if I pick a random person and then it actually pulls up like my friends list, there's none there. So I don't know what's going on. It's not populating right. And Gator says, was supposed to go to a birthday party but canceled because I'm not feeling well. That ain't good. I haven't been in there for a while. I get my staples out of my head on Wednesday, still fighting this concussion. I must have missed something because I didn't hear about the concussion. Dixie, hello. How did you get a concussion? Oh, you from the ladder? No, I'm getting you confused. I was supposed to go to Cypress Gardens ski show, but it rained out. May happen tomorrow. Well, here, the rain hasn't gotten here yet. We're under severe thunderstorm warning for the next, I'll say, I think it's 2 days, 3 days. We're supposed to be. Silly fell. You'll have to come in here and let me show you, child. Man, I'm going to have to start doing that a little bit better. All right, Silly says, I slipped in the kitchen and took the handle off my oven door with the back of my head. Ooh. Wow. And you got a concussion from it, right? Oops. Somebody's texting me on Messenger. Yes, we talking about Monopoly. I bomb everybody's page. Is it? Well, they said it was coming. Daddy said it was going to get here today. Hi, Mama Jan. How are you? I haven't seen you in a while. H staples, concussion, and whiplash. I have concrete floors too. Ooh, that had to hurt. You know, Dad's got, like, when you're walking up under his carport, he's got some boards that hang real, real low, and it's easy to hit them, especially as tall as I am. Go ahead and wreck my stuff. Whoever comes up is who gets it, and I don't even pay attention. Sometimes I don't either. It's getting me in a lot of trouble. Mama Jan says she's doing good. She's been doing a lot of baking. What you baking, lady? You shouldn't have gave Baby Girl permission. She's going to be like, what? Yeah, turn it down because the...
Look what I got, guys. I got her on recording.
He's got me on the back channel.
No, I
cookies and breads. I know. Cookies and breads. What kind of cookies and breads are you making? It's so funny. I've started, and I hadn't even said anything to the chat yet. I think I said something to Nina on the phone about it. But I have started this little game called Island something. Anyway, it's like a farm game. Oh boy, here we go. I'm all night. Y'all are sleeping. I'm going to tear stuff up. I keep some late hours too. So be warned. Lots of different cookies and zucchini bread and persimmon bread. Now, zucchini bread I've heard of, persimmon bread I have not. Persimmons are so sour. Island Adventures, that sounds right. Anyway, I have basically patterned this entire farm after the Misfits chat. I named the farm the Freedom Misfits. I've got Carol already as a island, and I've got Third as an island. And hello, hot damn, how you doing today? And I've got, let's see, Stormtrooper is one. I don't know who else, but eventually everybody that's in my chat frequently is going to be part of the farm. And the problem is I can't figure out how to get you guys to join the guild that they got on there to be like all of us be a group where we can all work together. I can't even figure out how to share that game at all. I was talking to Carol about it a couple of weeks ago, or maybe about a week ago. And Carol's like, how do you join? And I'm like, and I've been trying to figure it out ever since. It's just one of them games. I can't figure out how to share it and get people in that I want to come in. But I would love for the chat to participate in the game just because it's a hoot. So it's weird seeing Aiden in chat, but he's here. So, well, the thing about it is it's called Island Adventures, but I have the Freedom Misfits Guild, which is the group, the little thing that I'm building specifically. And I've got, like I said, I'm bringing the chat I'm using the chat to actually name all my little sites and my private islands and all this stuff. And so they kind of running together. Let's see, I got Carol and Third and Stormtrooper and the Freedom Misfits, and I don't know what else is in there. Charlene, I love you all. I'm sorry, but extremely busy. Brother is coming into town. I have a grandbaby and I'm trying to start dinner. I'm listening. I understand. I had a fantastic time with the boys. They are a mess. And both of them have constantly said, I miss Miss Charlene. I miss Miss Charlene.
Hey, no fair. Why? Why would you do that?
What did I do?
You're talking about me.
You're in chat. What do you expect me to do?
Nothing.
Okay. My child's fussing at me because I'm talking about him on the live stream. So.
And I can hear you.
No yelling. That's going to be picked up on the stream too. So how is everyone? Anybody got plans for the weekend?
Nope.
I just thought I'd go live for a little while. I'm bored. Everybody else is bored. Daddy laid down to take him a nap. So, and I think he's bored. That's what we're doing. It's a weekend. What can you do on the weekends, especially here because it's supposed to rain? So, but I thought I'd go live. Aiden's been kind of quiet today and doing his own thing. Did you see what Carol put up there? Look, are you watching the chat?
I got you minimized on my screen, but I can still hear you.
You need to look at the chat. Look at what Carol said to you. Nina says, I've got a date with my couch and heating pad. The pain isn't any better, Nina? Oh, man.
Let's see what y'all put on the
The
chat.
movers. Ugh. I'm trying to secure me a house now. And I'm going to tell you something. Moving is just like anything else that we decide that we want to do for ourselves. It's expensive to do. It's absolutely ridiculous how much it costs to move from one place to another. And then if you have to pack all your stuff up and put it in a truck to take it, it's ridiculous. So, I mean, it's just not economical for me. I mean, I can't rent a U-Haul. It costs too much money. When I was leaving Burleson, they wanted, I think, I want to say that it was $1,300 quote. So, but no, if the weather ever warms up, I want to make a pot. But we got to get the moisture out of the air, and it can't be windy. The sun's got to be out, and it can't be 20 degrees outside either. And we've been having a lot of cold weather. So, but update wise, there really ain't no update. Aiden got out of school Friday for Christmas. Christopher is at his dad's and has 2 more days to go before he gets out. And I guess everybody's kind of on a different schedule. But here, he don't go back till, like, they're bringing him back in on a Friday. Like a Thursday or a Friday. Who starts school back on a Thursday or Friday? Exactly. That's exactly the way it goes. Because you pay for rent, then the first security deposit, and then you got application fees, and then you got the cost of actually moving your stuff. $1,300, ouch. Yeah, for real. $1,300 because
stop sipping on tea.
What it does is it's cheaper if you rent a U-Haul. Like if I was leaving Georgia and going to any other hush. If I was leaving Georgia and going to any other state, it would be cheaper for me to rent a U-Haul if I rented the U-Haul in Georgia, left Georgia, and returned it to Georgia. But it's the one-way trips where they get you. I just can't believe it was snowing in St. Augustine, Florida. When was that? When is it snowing? Gator, you take care of yourself. I noticed the icon on the game and the icon on here is the same. I think until you fussed, I had just put it together. Dang, 20 minutes has already went by on the live stream. That's crazy. Take it easy, Gator. That's what you got to do. And I hope you get to feeling better. And Silly, I hope you do too. I didn't even know about your fall. And if you told me, then I'm just forgetting because I don't remember talking to you since then. Yep. If you get your stuff moved and packed up, it's even worse. If you pack it yourself, it still ain't cheap. And to get a pod, which I also priced when I was fixing to make this last move, it costs $3,000 to get a pod. And that's one that you fill up on your own and then have it shipped to your house. $3,000 minimum. I mean, I don't have that kind of money laying around, so I don't see how people afford to do anything. I want to tell you, I hate moving anyway. I hate packing stuff up and then unpacking it. The 14th. What's the 14th? Today ain't the 14th, is it? No, today's 16th.
No, it's the 15th. No,
Today is the 16th.
Yeah, 16th.
And I guess also, too, it probably depends on what time of the month you're doing all this. Just like I was looking at flights for a friend of mine over Christmas, doing some research also for Charlene. And in the holidays, the flight costs triple. Nope, that's not the same one. It's called I think it's called I think it's called Island Adventure. Hold on, I'll tell y'all, but it may flip off real quick. Just hold on. Okay, it's called Sunshine Island. Sunshine Island is the name of the game. Where are you going, Miss Carol? Yes. What, 3K now? That is highway robbery. That's how much the pod people told me it would be to bring the pod to the house, drop it off, let me load it, which I couldn't have put much in it anyway because I didn't have a lot. I was just starting to reaccumulate my stuff, so I didn't have a lot anyway. The most of the pod would have been empty. There wasn't no sense in paying that much money for something without having enough to fill it up. It snowed in St. Augustine on the 14th. Oh, okay. I got you. Then Florida is having some cold weather. Florida is colder right now than we are. We have mild temperatures today, but it's because rain's moving in. Hey, you know, I just got a friend's request from a lady that I'm already friends with on Facebook. What?
I just heard a notification.
Mm-hmm.
I heard a ding.
That was a Facebook notification from one of the ladies I'm already friends with. So we shall see what happens. I always give them a test question. Where did I meet you at? I just flew round trip for $372, and that included a car rental, but I was only gone for like 4 days. That's what I'm thinking too. She's probably hacked. When I flew to Florida to see Charlene with the boys, round trip tickets, $158 for all three of us to fly to Florida and back. That's total. That's not a piece. That's for all three of us. They just keep going up on everything. I got a letter this morning telling me my daggum internet bills went up about $15, as if it ain't enough already. And I mean, everything's going up. It's ridiculous. I don't see how single people that don't have like a massively huge income make it at all. It's just crazy. Oh, and Charlene, I got my box. I got it today. I told you it'd be here by Saturday. So, but no, I just wanted to get on here real quick and touch base with you guys and see what everybody was up to.
How many people are in?
There's 12 in here.
Keep it going.
We've got 12 viewers, 10 thumbs up, Good job this time, guys.
And guess how I gave you a thumbs up too.
I don't think I can thumbs up myself. So, well, I get somebody just gave me one. But we'll be spending the next 2 days. I'm going to probably be spending a lot more time inside with all the rain we got coming. So we're just trying to make it. Hello, Miss Kathy. Hello. She was number 11. Now we got 13 people and 13 thumbs up. How about that? Miss Kathy, you been doing okay? Nina says, last year I insured 5 kids on AAA for $500. This year it's $1,078. Is it the same exact plan? The same exact plan is doubled in price. That's crazy. And Kathy says, so. What's been going on, lady? Wow. I don't know what makes everybody think that if they keep doubling everything, people are just going to keep doing what they do. They keep going up. We ain't going to be able to afford it. There are flurries every year in Florida, but most don't see them. The idea of it even snowing in Florida is hilarious to me. Because when I was up there visiting Charlene, everybody else was freezing, and I was sitting there in my short sleeve shirts and just chilling because that's warm weather for us. Same stuff trying to get by. Right. That's it. It's going to be 3 generations in one house before it's all over. Yeah. You're going to have your kids and your grandkids and everybody else because they can't afford it. It's too expensive. I don't blame you. I don't blame you. And see, the fact that Florida is primarily, with the exception of the part that joins Georgia and Alabama, is surrounded by water. So y'all should be getting, but see, the bad thing about Florida is the temperature and the weather changes very, very quickly. It could be sunny and warm 1 minute, and 5 minutes later, a storm is over you, and it's just flooding. And you have very little warning. So, and the hurricanes and the tropical storms and typhoons and all these things that can hit the water. Carrie says, I am here. Lakes everywhere. Lakes, oceans, you got it. Y'all have water everywhere.
Will you make your own custom skin real quick instead of that one?
I get it. We're really not doing much for Christmas this year. There's been so much changes going on. And after everything I've been through this year, I just don't have the money for Christmas. I just don't. I'm ready for Christmas, but, when you're an only child, basically, you don't have really anybody to share your Christmas with. My dad and them have quit celebrating Christmas years ago. And so we just do what we can do. I'm not ready. It's gotten to me where it's just another day. Yep, that's it. No money for Christmas. Exactly. Dixie says she's bah humbug. First time in 44 years there's no kids here for Christmas. I do too, to an extent. But I keep telling my boys, and I have to just be honest with them most of the time. By the time I get the bills paid, there's nothing left to worry about trying to go Christmas shopping for. I mean, it takes every bit of my money every single time I get paid just to pay the bills. There ain't nothing left, and I'm not going to go into debt buying Christmas. I don't deal with credit cards. I don't own one. So, yeah. I haven't had a family Christmas since last year, and that was the first one I had in probably 10 to 15 years. It's funny how 1 year makes such a difference. I'll be glad when it's here and gone. I mean, Aiden had a birthday December the 8th. He turned 13. Christopher is going to have a birthday there comes the rain, December the 7th. Or, no, excuse me, January the 7th. And Florida is the bipolar state. You never know what you're going to get. I got you. That's it. And see, I can't even do that, Carrie, because hell, you're going to have to pull something out of what you normally are struggling with already to pay that off. I'm just not going to do it. I'm not going to put myself in debt for the whole year. It's not cold here. It's raining here. And it just started raining.
No, it was sprinkling when I was out there.
No, I mean, I heard rain. So, but shoot, I'm looking into a certification program through the small school. My husband makes good money, never struggled until these last 3 years. With everything going up, we are now the working poor. Right. And it's just like my dad and I were talking. He went to Walmart the day before yesterday or something like that. And he was talking about that he come out with like a couple bags. And that's all he had was like 3 or 4 bags. And spent well over $100. Nina, my cancer got me and took us financially out. My dad had cancer, and it affected a lot of things. And when you got somebody that works every day and then they have to quit because their health fails, then that's going to impact the family too. And my dad was like, I wish I'd have made different decisions back when I got it. So, yeah, exactly. And that's all it takes. I mean, even that little bit I couldn't have dealt with, shoot, I had to book the Florida trip 3 months in advance just to get the tickets as cheap as I did. If I had waited much longer, they would have been, the longer you wait, the closer you get to when you want to travel, the higher they get. And during Thanksgiving and stuff like that, they get really bad. Diane, I understand. I mean, I get it. Nina says, Dixie, I'm so sorry. My 41-year-old son is battling cancer. It sucks, and it does. And, I'm convinced that the gurus of the CDC is what's giving us cancer to begin with. I think they're putting the carcinogens and everything we eat, drink, raining it down on us in the atmosphere. You name it, we're getting, there's no telling. Have you ever stopped to think about what is actually in our food? Or have you ever wondered what they're putting in our food? So, it's, I believe they're poisoning us with everything we eat. Probably everything we put on our face, put on our body. It could be in our detergents. It could be in everything. If we don't stay sick, they don't stay rich. A doctor in Florida told me that he has seen cancer spike since the vaccine. Well, yeah. Yep. That's part of it. There's no telling what they're putting in your body. I'm back, had to run to the corner. You got to the corner store and back since you told me you'd be back in 15 minutes. You've got to be kidding me. What did you do? Put a cape on and fly? Yeah, cancer is a side effect of it. People are having blood clots. And they're pulling blood clots out of people that look like dadgum snakes has had the jab. I mean, I've seen it. It's scary. Yeah, they are, because they don't make no money unless they are. If okay, why would they silence a cure for cancer in 1960 if they don't want us sick? Why in the world would they say, okay, well, you can take all your knowledge, we're going to lock you up somewhere where you can't ever tell nobody, or either they killed him one, but they silenced the cure for treatment for cancer in 1960. We've had a cure for it for the last 40, 50, 60 years. It's only 2 blocks. Blood pressure and respiratory. Well, see, that's like my stepmom just out of the blue. She went from being perfectly fine to having a blood clot. The blood clot got in the groin of her leg and cut the circulation off to her leg. And then by the time they actually operated on it and did something about it, she ended up still losing her leg. So we've had it's been a tough couple months here, because Dad had his heart attack, then he had triple bypass surgery, and my mom had a procedure done, and then she got a clot. Now she's lost her leg, and she's in rehabilitation center now, learning how to walk with with a prosthetic and a walker, and she's going to be wheelchair bound. It didn't take long for us to feel it, and that woman's strong as hell, because she's taking it like a trooper. I mean, just point blank, I don't think I would have been as good. I've had a nervous stomach, no appetite, can't sleep because of stress, worrying about this crazy world. I hate to say it, the Patriots are going to have to probably wind up getting to a point to where they worry about them and theirs and nothing else, because the people that's out there fighting against us, they don't have a clue what's really going on in this world. They stay all wrapped up in their crap. They don't know. But I'm trying to get a little more independent and get out of my dad's house where I can be on my own. Valerie, hello. My niece died this past August from cancer, got breast cancer, and then unfortunately got leukemia. She only lived 9 months from diagnosis. Now, Valerie, did she have chemo and radiation and all of that in that time as well? Or did she? Some people won't take it. And if I got cancer, I don't know if I would or not. Because the cancer treatment is worse than the daggum disease itself. She did, okay. Become human. My question, what is the freedom convoy that is, hold on, become human. My question, what is this freedom convoy that is in every part of the world, which mainstream media don't show? It is compensation against vaccine side effects, or is it against the mask? Well, Carol, can you do a little check on that? And Become Human, if you followed the movement at all, you would already know the answer to that question. I'm sorry. It's multifaceted, though. It's about freedom in general and the right to be able to do what you choose to do with your body, and the right to not do that, too, if that's what you choose. Dixie, I'm afraid to take anxiety meds. The side effects sound worse than the anxiety. Yeah, exactly. I will not either after what she went through, but she did everything she could because she has children in school. And the treatment for cancer is so bad, y'all, because yes, it kills the cancer cells, but it also kills all the healthy ones you got too, like your T lymphocytes that fight off infection and stuff. Yeah, it kills everything. Dixie says, I had it because of my heart. I have an aneurysm and I have to keep my pulse right down. Okay, I got you. I got you. I got you, Carol. Um, but, you know, again, Big Pharma and the CDC, which is Center for Disease Control, and the American Medical Association, all of these people that make decisions on what is best for mankind as a whole, they're protecting their profits. They're not worried about the fate of the people, because if we stay well, they go broke. Yes, she was so sick from treatments, they kept going stronger and stronger doses, right? That's correct. It is exhausting. I've been very, very blessed. I've never had cancer, and I hope I never get it. I've had, like I said, my dad had cancer, and that was scary. But and the cancer he had was rare. But now I'm going to tell you what. Excuse me, ladies. I'm going to get comfortable. What?
Is it alright if we get some of those chips over there?
No, we're not opening up my potato chips.
Not right now?
No, and we may not later. The reason I still have them is because they're still closed. And when I get ready for them, we'll go get them. But you're not going to open them. No. They told my dad, you know, that less than 10 people survived the type of cancer he had. And what they won't tell you is if you cut out sugar and everything that turns to sugar in your body, it'll kill the cancer because it lives on sugar. So, and again, they don't want that common knowledge either, because if they do, then you won't take chemo and radiation. Cutting sugar and stuff out of your diet. Why is everything that we eat have sugar in it? Either it's made of stuff that turns to sugar, or it's pumped up with sugar. Yes, Nina, I'm always sick. Vitamin deficiency, exhaustion, hair falling out, and bone pain. Nina says, my son takes chemo pills. I wonder if that is as good as the chemo IV. I don't know. I don't know nothing about no pills. Cancer is created by fast food or junk food, vaccine side effects, eating raw meat, or whoops. I was reading it. So, but you're right. The things we ingest, the way we eat, and see, I don't eat a lot of fast food and stuff either. But it ain't just fast food. They're injecting the stuff in the grocery stores and stuff too. So mine is fed by estrogen, and that is in everything that your body just keeps on producing it. So they just keep killing it. I've never heard estrogen cause cancer. Now, maybe I'm just wrong, but estrogen is a hormone that balances your body. They are saying it's a virus, and anti-parasitic medicine helps. We do. We all have cancer cells. It's how you live that activates the cancer. That's like you could have something that lies dormant in your body for many, 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 many years. And then just all of a sudden you'll break out with it, like shingles. Like you've had it all along, and then all of a sudden, bam, you got it. And you know, shingles is its main trigger is stress, just like the main trigger to rheumatoid arthritis. And I know because I've got it, is stress. I had a complete hysterectomy July the 17th of this year. Like just recently you had it. Okay, wait a minute. I had a complete mastectomy. Do you mean mastectomy or hysterectomy? Okay, there you go. Okay, I got you. So you had them removed, and I had a friend of mine that had to do that. She had one removed, and then I think she went back and had the other one, maybe. Dixie, my son said the kind of pill he takes doesn't make his hair fall out. Maybe ask your doctor about one that will let you keep your hair. I hesitate to know, and I'm curious as to how much that pill cost. Because radiation and chemotherapy is ridiculous. And people that suffer from multiple sclerosis take anti-cancer medication, and it's expensive for them too. My mom had 4 injections. Each injection was $400 a piece. They started me out on one, Nina, that did not cause hair loss, but then they put me on something stronger. And then Become Human. Cancer is created by eating raw meat or fish or egg, which is not treated properly. No, that's not, raw meat's not all that causes cancer. All the stuff they're pumping in our food is what causes cancer. And pumping in everything we put on our body. They're giving us the cancer. My niece was going to have a mastectomy but couldn't because of leukemia. Her surgery was scheduled and everything. Wow. I misread it, Dixie, when you first put it. July the 17th, 2023, you had the mastectomy. I was thinking about a hysterectomy. And hysterectomy will mess your whole hormone balance and everything up. I know because I've been there. Nina is amazing. Nina and Carol and Charlene are my 3 big, like y'all are my heart. They already know them 3. Those are my top 3. I haven't had breast. And luckily for me, I haven't had cancer at all. Hold on. Okay, first off, I have the best moderator. The 2 best moderators that there is, I have them in my chat. There are 2. One is Carol Burton and the other one is Third, and she's probably working today or busy. But my 2 mods, they know what they're doing and they know what I expect. And Carol knows what she's doing. So I'm not fixing to get into that, but I don't know what happened. I'm watching the stream. I'm not running the mods. That's why I have mods. But if Carol told me that you deleted your own message, then if she says she didn't delete it, then she didn't. I went through genetics and everything, and this has been a wild ride. I firmly believe that what they're putting in the clouds and our food is what is doing. I absolutely agree. And you better believe they are injecting our food. Chemtrail and fluoride water cause hair loss. Wash hair in water filter. Also, shampoo has chemicals. Turn hair gray. Everything, they're putting it in everything. It's in everything. It's in our soap. It's in our shampoo. It's probably in our laundry detergent. Fluoride toothpaste is worse for your teeth than not brushing them at all. Exactly. And then what they do is they take stuff like marijuana and dandelions and a lot of other things that are actually really good for you medicinally, and they make it bad. Keep up your fight. That's right. That's right. You have to keep. Sometimes I think it would, I had a hysterectomy back in 98, brain tumor in 97 that caused a hysterectomy. A brain tumor. Okay, so maybe I'm just not understanding this correctly, but what does you having brain cancer or a tumor have to do with you having to have a hysterectomy? it's a complete different part of the body. I'm at a loss. Wow. Being human. Mainstream media shows neuropathy is bad, but homeopathy is good. Conspiracy against human being. Well, it's not even about that. Mainstream media lies about everything. And the worst mistake you can make is sitting there listening to them. If they don't create a narrative to keep the American people scared of everything, and then if you're a free thinker and you see through their bullshit, then they want to lock your butt up and put you in jail. I mean, it is what it is. That's right. That's right. Maybe change your diet a little bit. Cut out all your carbs and cut out all your sugar intake, because that's what saved my dad's life. I will firmly believe it. That and the fact that my stepmom had the knowledge to look it up and research it. Now they are saying Dawn, Tide, Downy, and things with fragrances causing cancer. They're putting it in the stuff. They're putting it in there. Everything that they give us is making us sick. And if they're going after our beauty supplies and our shampoo and our toothpaste, they're going after our medicines and all this other stuff. They're putting crap in the air. You cannot sit here and tell me they're not injecting it in our food. Yeah, it's everything. I mean, it's just, that's just like if you took baby formula and actually did a analysis of what's in it, there's no telling. And now they have this thing where they think that, if you don't raise your child up on formula, that it one day is going to be against the law, even including you breastfeeding your child. Because they want us to be able to take care of our own kids. They don't want us to be able to feed ourselves. So, we've probably got chemicals all in our body that they're adding to everything. Carrie says, now Canada has state-sponsored suicide, even down to having bad acne. That is crazy. I use the cheapest stuff I can use because I'm not paying the kind of money they want for Gain and Downy and all that. Reading crap like this is why I have a sick stomach and can't sleep. Dixie says, I have a pituitary microadenoma. That's some kind of cancer that caused me to bleed out. The doctors could not stop my menstrual cycle. They have no choice but okay. You were losing too much blood. Now it makes sense. It was non-cancerous, but pituitary regulates what your body does. Okay, I got you. Now I understand. Mad cow disease causes brain tumor or brain problems. Don't eat cows or beef. Be vegan if possible, and if not possible, then only eat non-vegan food like chicken, fish, eggplant, goat only. I tell you what, I raised my kids on cow milk. I get that, but they have, Valerie, they've got stuff that works with it to help. And it doesn't, to me, it doesn't, the price doesn't matter. It's all the same stuff. It's all got the same stuff in it anyway. That would be a nice little live stream, Carol. Yeah, we need to try it. We need to do it live. That's what we need to do. Valerie, I have a stockpile of Tide, Downy, and Dawn I've been building since 2020, and now I don't want to use it. That's bad. Now, see, I'm one of those people, I can't use Dawn dishwashing liquid at all. Dawn dishwashing liquid will make my hands peel. And I'm talking about layers of my skin. I don't use Tide because it makes me itch if I wear it. The only one that I have used is Gain, and I've got to where I use Extra and stuff that's cheaper. And a lot of people are allergic to Tide. You're not the only one. And a lot of people have skin allergies to Dawn too, but they keep making it. I don't use it. I use Palmolive. I just don't use Dawn, and I don't use the Great Value cheap brand of Dawn either. I use Palmolive to wash dishes. If you own your own cattle, with what they're doing to the air, it still affects the ground, and what the cattle eats. Yeah, and then they're changing their food, and they're putting bad stuff in the cattle's food. Why? Okay, Dixie, let me ask you this, but out of everything, you obviously got knowledge, and I tip you 100% for that. But why do you think they're putting it in the cow's feed? Why do you think they're doing all this crazy stuff? I use Palmolive as well. Where is that don't eat beef comment? It may be way up. I would like to know why young ladies are developing and looking so much older than when we were kids. I don't know. I know that there was a bunch of people. Well, for that matter, why do we have like the uprise in kids that are like ADHD and bipolar and ADD and autistic and stuff like that? I personally think it's the vaccines doing it, but that's just me. Detox the body. Okay, detox the body for vaccine side effects by drinking hot lemon with a pinch of rock salt daily. I guarantee you nobody in this chat right now got the jab. None of us got the jab. We're patriots. We don't believe in it. And all that crap they told everybody, well, the non-vaxxers are going to be the major spreaders. People who had already had COVID and the shot gave COVID to more people than we did. I have a dishwasher I use Dawn for getting stains out of my clothes. That's about all it's good for. Because of the hormones they give to the animals, I believe, Dixie. I don't love Dawn. It's bad stuff. Why do cows have so many stomachs? Look it up. I can't look that up right now, but I can darn sure look it up later. But I mean, that's just like that's like the food shortage. There really isn't a food shortage. The government's coming in and they're destroying everybody's crops, or they're making it impossible for them to grow them. Just like the truck drivers that deliver stuff all through the country. They've got to where they can't even work and make a profit. You know, every way and everything is being influenced by people that just want to be greedy. Yeah, but if you raise your own cattle and you don't give them hormones, then how can it still affect cattle except for the chemtrails? Oh, it's easy. You have to feed them. If you feed them crap that's being sold at Walmart and feed and seed stores, it's got chemicals in it. They can put anything in that food they want. They can make them stop producing young. I mean, all they got to do is put the ingredients in it. Because whether you feed your cattle, whether you raise them yourself, you still have to feed them, and you have to buy what's on the market. You better. And that's the best way to be, is to grow your own. You know, to take care of your own, but they're fixing to outlaw the ability to have a farm and farm animals. That's the goal. The government can't control your food intake if you can feed yourself. They can only control your food intake if they have outlawed everything you can do to feed yourself. They are covering our bases. All bases. Right. Well, pretty soon you're not going to be allowed to have chickens because chickens produce eggs. You're not going to be allowed to have chickens because you can slaughter the chicken and eat it. You're not going to be allowed to have farms, and they're saying it's because of climate change and all this other garbage. People have been planting farms for many thousands of years. People are used to growing their own food, especially here where I'm at. I'm in the South. I was raised on garden fresh food. And when you taste the difference between something in the garden as opposed to something the grocery store has, the difference in the taste is absolutely amazingly great. Even local farmers are tainted because of the feed and where they get it from. Correct. Many people have taken vaccination of yellow fever or vaccination as a child. That also has side effects. Soy sauce and packaged food and packaged sauces are the major reason for cancer. No, they're putting cancer additives in everything that we eat. I mean, it's not just one thing, it's everything. They can't make the money they make if we don't get cancer. It's all about money. It's not about the health of the people. And it's all about the money. Just like if they make it mandatory that you have the jab, and then you can't buy or sell food because you are not jabbed, then you're going to, because you believe in what's right, you and your family will starve if you haven't prepped for the future. But then you have become a target because people that are out of food is going to come to you to get the food, and they're going to steal it from you if that's what it takes. I think it's weird that you can't collect your own rainwater. What is it? Because they're afraid we might find what's in the water. There's nothing. Rainwater is the best thing in the world you could put on plants. Now, I'm not saying that you can, but if you can feed your plants with it and your plants grow and they don't make you sick, then you can drink it. And what do you think is in all the lakes and the rivers is rainwater. Nina says, how many diseases do you think that bugs carry that they want to put in our food? Oh, yeah, they're already trying to put bugs in our food, and I bet you they're already doing it, especially like our flour and stuff like that. I'm telling you, get non-GMO food. There is a 3-letter agency that has gone on record stating that the government wants a 50% decrease in human population by 2023. I think they missed the target. No, they're actually trying to do it in 2024, and you would be referring to the World Economic Forum. And it's that crazy nut that's running it, Klaus Schwab, that's doing all this. And then going to stand there back in the 80s, which you can't hardly find the video now, but I watched it. See him sitting there telling people in the public, what the newscasters, what kind of nasty, nefarious things they do to the American public. I mean, we would be shocked. I did because I knew it was going to have surgery, and I did not want COVID of the blood to kill me like it did my sister. Well, yeah, I'm sure it does. But I mean, if you put something on your plants to keep the bugs from eating it so that you can actually enjoy your crop, that shouldn't affect the produce that's produced on the thing. It just keeps the bugs off. That's like my dad. He puts corn out for the deer every day to keep them from eating his garden. I mean, I think everything that we do, and you know, I've said it 1,000 times on this live stream, and I wish I had the money to do it. But if I had one of those things that you can take any product and you can run an analysis on it and find out what's actually in it, some of this stuff that we buy every day, like diapers, formula, drinks, sodas, food, how much of it are they putting bad stuff in? So they've been poisoning us for years, and the last thing they want to do is get rid of all the diseases because, again, they'll go broke. The CDC, they have a snake on it for a reason. The CDC has a snake, and the medical thing has got a snake entwined in it for a reason. Anything that's got a snake can't be good for you. And in a way, we're still being deceived by the snake like they were back in biblical times, because everything bad is I'm just telling you, people are blindly believing everything medical doctors tell them. My kids don't go to the doctor every time they got a sniffle. They sure don't. If it's something I can handle at home, I handle it. Human, that is where estrogen goes up. I'm going to tell you what, estrogen's normal, though. Our body produces that. I mean, there's things just like one of the ladies said, we've got cancer cells in our body anyway. We do. We probably got a bunch of cells. But just because everybody's got cancer cells in their body doesn't mean everybody's going to get cancer. So, I mean, so far in my 50 years, I haven't had cancer yet. Nina says, Dixie, my son got the jab because his cancer doctor told him he needed it and sometimes walks with a walker because of weak leg muscles. Correct. That and clots and all kinds of stuff. Young kids dropping out on the football fields, playing sports and running track and stuff. Massive heart attacks right there. 18, 19, 20-year-old kids. Sometimes younger than that. And that's the one thing they all have in common, is they got the jab. And see, when all the patriots were telling everybody what they were doing, nobody listened. They called us names. They ridiculed us in the mainstream media. They did everything they could, and they tried so hard the last jab to make it mandatory. They tried, and there was too much kickback, but eventually they're going to get it done. Let's see. Has anyone heard of Celtic salt? I've heard it's good for you. I've never heard of Celtic salt, but I've used sea salt. Become Human says Coca-Cola, if boiled, can be used as toilet cleaner. Fluoride in toothpaste affects our pineal, the gland that's up here, I can't pronounce it, and pituitary gland, bloating issues and acidity, and the new age disease, not old age disease. Well, they don't want you to have a clear pineal gland because they don't want you. Everybody says that that's like an extra insight, or like it allows you to use more and more of your brain or something. I don't know what the difference is. But if you can't use the amount of brain you got now, you don't need nothing to try to make the rest of it work. It has to be difficult. I think you dealing with anybody getting sick while you are well, and you're sitting there watching, like your child died, when they always say that the child's not supposed to bury the father is not supposed to bury the daughter's supposed to bury the father, kind of thing. No, she did not. None of us did. But she also had pre-existing heart conditions. And she's just recently had a procedure done. And I think we should all kind of research it. Celtic salt, I can't research it on the phone with y'all. If I had my backup phone that Aiden's got, I could. But I can't look it up right now. So, and I don't know, watching somebody waste away with cancer and then watching them deal with being so sick from the chemo and the radiation, and then you can't go around them, because if you've got a cold, you could kill them because they have no immune system. Doctors don't have holistic approach of medicine. They have cure, not a prevention, like neuropathy or natural naturopath, whatever. I can't pronounce that word. The print on this is so small. It's ridiculous. I think the only reason they got away with the protocols that they had on when everybody was in the hospital for the C was because they were always by themselves. And the protocols is what killed everybody. I mean, you could go in there and be fine, and they put you and start treating you with medicine, and 2 days later, you're dead. So, but I'll look it up. I just need a way to look it up. I need time, is what it comes down to. So, but people need to wake up, and they need to, that's why the freedom fighters and the family that we've become, that's why we do what we do. We I learned a long time ago, and I used to get in trouble when I first started being a mod, that you can't candy coat this stuff no more. If you candy coat it to people, they're not going to get it. They're just not. It's time for you. It's time for us to do something and make people realize these people are not trying to help us. They don't give two shits about what happens to nobody. And they don't care about us. The people that's in charge of the CDC and the World Economic Forum and all these highfalutin places with all these rich damn elites, they don't give a damn what happens to us. They're trying to kill us all. That's like the Georgia Guidestones. They've been destroyed now, but in the Georgia Guidestones, they warned, they were, number one, nobody knows who actually paid for them, but they erected them up in the middle of a dadgum field in Elberton, Georgia, and they were 4 columns of stones that had 10, almost like the New World, like the New Age or the New World Order 10 Commandments. Because it don't matter. They don't want us. That's the whole point of it. For them to do, think about it, for them to do what is written in the Bible, in the book of Revelations, that's going to happen to our society, for them to be able to pull that off, they have got to take free choice away. There won't be a choice. You're either going to do what they say, or you'll starve to death, or your kids will. That's what it all comes down to. The government should never be able to force you to have, they should never be able to force you to have a jab, or they shouldn't be able to sway you to not have one. But when you got kids in school coming home, and my son looked at me dead in my face and said, "Hey, Mama, let me get the jab because they're going to give me a free burger and fries at McDonald's if I do." And I'm going, and this is all it takes for you to actually get people to do this blindly, is give a hamburger and fries away. The school had a contest at the school they were in, that every kid that got vaccinated, that if their kids were vaccinated and the parents were vaccinated, the child get a $100 gift card. We had churches here in the South that closed their services down and started getting everybody together to give out the jab. Everybody's a part of it. Yep, that's it. You know what? I took advantage of it. I went to Putnam County to discuss something to do with one of the boys, or sign some paperwork or something one day about one of my boys at school. And the lady told me, I said, I've been trying to get a no backs order on Chris, but he was sick and couldn't go to the doctor the day I was going to take him. She said, well, you do realize we can do that from here, right? The school can do it. I said, now, does it follow him no matter what school he's in? And does it cover all vaccines, including anything the school could give them? And she's like, yeah. So I asked her, I said, what do I have to do? I figured it would cost me money or something, but it didn't. They signed a waiver right there with me present, with a notary to sign it for both of my kids. You cannot legally touch them. By my standard, I have a paper in that form that says in their file, you can't touch my kids or give them nothing. I wonder why he's building an underground bunker. I still allow my grandkids around me. I'm not stopping my life because of my disease, except when I am too exhausted to move. That's correct. And what you're going through is enough reason to tire you out as it is. You don't need no help. You don't need nothing to add to it or make it worse. That's for sure. I stay tired and I don't have any reason to be tired. Let's see. Become Human says kids won't be admitted in school if they are not vaccinated. Kids won't be admitted in school if they are not vaccinated. You can travel. You can't travel. If you're not vaccinated, you can't buy from the mall if you're not vaccinated. What nonsense is this? It's control. It's about control. It's not about, and if CDC gets their way, they're fixed to do a treaty. It's called the Global Pandemic of 2024. And if they get all nations that sign it, the CDC will automatically control everything. You have no choice. Now, Biden's in bed with the WEF. He's a partner to the World Economic Forum. So my guess is if they try to do it before we get a new president, Biden's going to sign on the dotted line because he damn sure don't care what happens to us. Kids won't, okay, yeah, they won't keep me from my grandkids ever again. That broke my heart, right? They tried to make us stay home and said, the heck with that. I did the same thing. I walked outside and saw the world moving completely free and people driving and people going places. They had me thinking the entire universe was on lockdown. That was so stupid. But that's why they don't want your family up there when they give you the COVID test and all this stuff, because the hospitals got paid for every test given, every positive test result, every hospitalization, every person that got the protocols in the hospital, and every death and every COVID diagnosis death. The hospital got paid for every single one of them. Yep, I do too. I travel everywhere and I'm not vaxxed. But the day's coming when we're probably going to have to be pushed to. They're going to try to force us to. They're going to refuse to feed us. And the Amazon supermarkets they got now is the first stage in that. All these automated checkout things that have no people that you can check yourself out. All these places like that, all that stuff that's going on is getting you ready for that. Amazon's got places now that you can go and shop that in order for you to even get in the door, you have to have your account linked to your bank account. And there's no tellers. There's nobody taking money. They take it directly out of your account. And if you don't have it all linked in together, you can't even shop there. There's no one there to help you. Everything you get, they take directly out of your account. 4 of my 6 adult kids got the jab against my advice, right? Well, that happened to a lot of people. No, not just hundreds of thousands. Not just hundreds of thousands. We're talking the hospitals and the doctors and the pharmaceutical industry made so much damn money because of COVID. They wanted to scare the American people because the first vision I saw of COVID was people falling out on the street in China and dying, walking down the street. But I never saw it nowhere else. Yep. Carol, are you doing it or is she doing it? Just tell me straight up, because I'm confused. I'm watching, but I haven't asked. I'd rather talk to you about stuff like that on the back channel. So if you would like to, we can move it to the back channel and go from there. But I'm curious too. A new face and a new name kind of thing. Carol says, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I don't mod when I'm running the channel. I mod in everybody else's channel, but I don't in mine.
Can I get a wrench to mod?
No, because you don't get in the channel enough. And plus, too, Carol would have to train you. Carol, do you think you could train Aiden to be a mod? Nina says, I'm the oldest in my house, the only smoker, not vaccinated. I'm the only one who didn't get the virus. Tracy, hi. How are you, sweetheart? Well, Carol, myself, and Third of Its Kind are the only three that could actually remove a post. It has to be one of the three of us. So either you're removing them on your own or you're getting caught up in the mods. But my mods they won't do that unless Carol knows exactly what I like and dislike on the channel. So she'll automatically react. Correct. You're right about that, Carol. I didn't even think about that because just as soon as somebody got out of pocket, it would bring out the bitch in me. It's one thing to mess with me and say what you want or even maybe what you think about me. But if you bring one of my kids into it, then we're going to fight. And you could even be right. It's not about you being right. It's about you not having the audacity or the right to say anything to my kid or about them. If you got a problem with my child, you come to me. That's what you do. And there are a lot of things said in chat that's not good. Especially the more popular we get as time goes on, as the channel grows, which I'm still trying to figure out how I even have the ability to live stream through YouTube. I'm not at 500 subs. I'm not at 1,000 subs. I'm confused. What was the name of that they are trying to do? What are you talking about, Diane? If I don't get the good weather to do a pot in the next week or two, I may do one inside. After Christmas break and stuff, when it's quiet during the day here, I might set up and make another one in the house. I got to fix the last pot I made because the glue won't stay. So I got to put the little flowers back along the sides of the pot. So... at about an hour and a half, I'm going to go ahead and cut the live short, y'all. So everybody kind of needs to start ending their conversations. Oh, yeah. It's called the Global Pandemic Treaty of 2024. They're trying to implement it in May of 2024. Look up and what's weird is you might have to go directly to the World Economic Forum's website to find it because they don't want people to know what they're really up to, but it's called the Global Pandemic Treaty of 2024. There ain't nobody that lives on the face of this earth is going to force me to have a shot just to feed my kids. I guarantee you we're going to anticipate that well in advance. They might kill me for it, but oh well, I'm not going to do it, and neither are my children, because I don't have enough belief in my own self that if they go in to the doctor to get the flu shot, that they're getting just the flu shot. If you don't believe they mix them vaccines together sometimes, think again. And I can read the labels and I know what they are. And I actually understand it because I know a little bit about medicine. So they're not going to trick me. Because that's a $20 million question, Nina. And for all the people that chose working over the mandatory jab, that was on them. I'd quit my job before I do it. And I would. All them people crossing over the southern border are getting shots. Yeah. So if you get the flu vaccine, I bet you're getting some COVID in it. But if they wanted to give you the flu shot, all they're doing is supposedly giving you a dead strain of the flu. But probably nine people out of 10 that actually get the shot, and then they turn around and get the flu. Exactly. Hunger Games. You're right. Why do you that's how they tell us stuff, is through the movies they make. I mean, think about it. Think the Hunger Games. Think about all the other stuff. They're putting it out there, but we think it's all theater. Some of us do, but it's not. It's what they're doing. Hello, Ron. How are you? Or Vaughn, excuse me. It's Vaughn. Vaughn. So, but yep, that's about it, y'all. We got 15 people. We've had a really good crowd today. I've been so not live. Colony. I don't remember Colony, but stuff that's similar, yeah. Oh yeah, predictive programming through the Simpsons. Everybody's been talking about that for years. If you actually understood what they were putting in the kids' cartoons these days, digital currency through quantum financial system connected through Starlink satellite and RFID chip, our data ID. Yep, they've been trying to do that for a while. Hey Lee, how you doing? Hugs to you too. I love that thing. It just alien invasion and viruses, right? Or like the old there was a movie years ago called V. Does anybody remember it? Where you had an alien species that was in the world, and they had to choose between the two lizard people. Yeah, it's raining here too. And the rain is just now starting here. Just now starting. We've had such a good chat today, y'all. Yeah, V. That's what it was called, V. And if you haven't watched it, I would suggest anyone go back and watch it. This is an old movie too. This goes back way back when. Well, the Bible says differently. If God can create us and he can create the earth in 6 days and rest on the seventh, then I just about guarantee you he can create anything he chooses to. So are there beings that aren't like us? If God can create us, he can create anything. So I'm not going to dismiss it. Have I ever seen one? Not that I'm aware of. I think most of them are in our government and our courts. Because them people are not human. And just because we haven't seen it doesn't make it so. The Bible speaks of demons and angels. Yeah, you're going to have to talk to Daddy. As a matter of fact, I tell you what you do. You give him a couple of hours. I will call you when he's up, and I will let you talk to him and see if you can talk him into it. I mentioned it to him last night. Right now, it's not going over very well. There is at least one in the White House. Alien? Would you be talking about Sleepy Joe? Or are you talking about, yeah. Well, Sleepy Joe and the vice president and a lot of other people. Let's think about all the ones that's in Congress and Senate that you're sitting there just going, what the hell is wrong with these people? Because you have to wonder, oh yeah, we've got them everywhere. I mean, they're everywhere. They've already sold their soul to Satan. I think what we should do is start paying them all like they do the president, like $1 a year. Drop their salary down, and I bet you they'll be vacating some posts real quick. Or better yet, pay a minimum wage. Everybody that's a court judge, a federal judge, superior court judge, if you're in Congress, if you're in the Senate, if you're in the House of Representatives, if you got anything to do with making laws or breaking laws or whatever, you should have to make $7.25 an hour. Oops. Yeah, we're not going to put that one up there. Oh, I gotcha. Let me see something. Well, I can't do that either. Carol, I'm going to have to call you when we get offline. Or you're going to have to call me because I need to ask you about something real quick. So by all means, please give me a call. Everybody else, enjoy your weekend. Hopefully you don't get rained out. Gotcha. All right. Everybody have a good weekend. Y'all keep us updated on anything going on. I love each and every one of you. Thank you so much for being here as always. Y'all can finish up your conversations. I just need to touch base with Carol real quick, so I'm going to end the live. I love y'all, and we'll see y'all again in a couple days.